Hello, I'm Jack Madeley.
And I'm Chloe Madeley.
And this is Big Brother's Big Mouth.
Welcome to the show.
Joining us tonight in the studio, we have League of Gentlemen star Steve Pemberton.
Yeah! We have the gorgeous TV presenter Jane Middlemiss.
And this rather spiffing bunch, it's the audience.
Yeah!
All right, we'll hear from them later on. But first, after Jonty farted, Liam failed to heed his warning of leaving it for 10 minutes.
And Tracy won the wake up like Robert De Niro task.
She also won the most upsetting statement of the series award.
I just got to blag the rest of this week, finish my period hopefully by Thursday.
Remember, this show is powered by opinion, your opinion, so get in touch by phoning us, texting us or emailing us your eyepieces and messages via the website. Now, she's been a friend and confidant over the series, but recently Ziggy's had more ups and downs with Carol than he ever had with Chanel.
You mean like...
Carol, from my experience here, I've done with women, really. I've had just too many women.
You ain't had me yet.
She's a funny old woman, isn't she?
Oh. Yeah, he's a crafty bugger, though, Zig.
He wants to come across as a nice, cool, easygoing, jokey guy. But I think he's stewing underneath.
You've been strange to me today.
Oh, no.
You've been different. I think everyone just tiptoes around her, and I think it's frustrating myself a bit now.
Turn top off a second. Take them out.
She's a bit too nosy for her own good at sometimes, and, you know, I think it pisses people off. Carol, she's just got to get involved in everything. It has to be her way every single time.
Yeah, I don't want to have any conversation about it. You can do what you like.
They don't want to say anything because they're too worried about getting told off.
By who, Ziggy? Let's spell it out. By who?
I'm sorry people are frightened of me, and to be perfectly honest, all we've tried to do is feed people well for the last few weeks.
Oh, God, is she crying? Oh, God. You're very rude sometimes. You're so rude. You're like a big baby.
I don't
really,
care.
You are.
I don't care.
You're a big baby.
Carol and Ziggy, they're cracked for showing. OK, right, Steve, what do you think about Carol and Ziggy? Why has this been such a breakdown in their relationship lately?
I think they're both as bad as each other, really.
Really?
I mean, he calls her a baby, but he's a bit of a baby himself.
Why?
Because every time something goes wrong for him, he says, that's it, I quit, I'm walking, I'm leaving.
Yeah.
Go then. And she's the same. She walks out. Anything that goes wrong for her, she walks out. So it could be they're quite similar to each other, and it's that thing of, you know...
I haven't heard that one before. I like that. I mean, what do you think, Jane? Why do you think that they've started falling out so badly?
I think it's the whole control thing. You know, I think whoever controls the food in the house controls the house.
Yeah.
And I think Ziggy, from the minute he was in there, he wanted to be top dog.
Yeah.
You know, he got with Chanel and he had the major storylines and everything.
And that's when Carol came in as his mother kind of figure.
Yes, and he quite liked it then. So he liked having someone, like, in the maternal figure role who he could go to.
Yeah.
And now that Chanel's gone, he's become a bit like a boisterous son, not wanting to take sort of like anything that his mum's saying. He's now rebelling against her and he can't stand it. Now he wants dominance over her.
So do you think that he's trying to be the father now?
I think he wants complete control and he wants to run the house. I do.
But Liam deals with it so much better when he talked to her, you know, very upfront, and he puts his cards on the table. Whereas Ziggy kind of tiptoes around the issue, and then he goes back to bed, and then he comes out with a blanket around his waist and says, "Oh, stop crying."
And Steve, that's what he does as well. He becomes a huge, massive drama queen. He's got so much drama.
I like Ziggy. What do the audience think?
Yeah, guys, what do you think? Who would you rather have as alpha male or alpha female in the house? Would you rather have Ziggy or Carol?
Well, I'd say, to be honest with you, I think Ziggy is very clever. No, I think Ziggy's very clever. He's playing the game, and I think Carol, she's actually at the breaking point.
Yeah.
Don't you agree?
She goes over the top with things. She totally pushes people to their limits, and she's really pushed Ziggy to his limits, like this week or the past 2 weeks or so.
Everyone's reaching their limits at the moment, isn't it? It's right at the end. Everyone's really stressed out. It's cabin fever.
Not all of them. I don't think
totally
all
Well, guys, who do we prefer? Do we actually prefer Carol? Do we prefer Ziggy to be in charge?
Right, so are you guys Ziggy fans then? Okay, what do you like about Ziggy? Because we're quite rare.
Well, yes. Well, I think he should be wearing less clothes.
I actually agree with that. I'm with you on that one. I mean, do you think...
He just says it how it is.
That's why I like him, because he's human. What about Carol? I mean, why do you think that she started breaking down so much? Like, she's always crying, it seems. You think she's insecure?
Definitely.
Why? Because she's the older one in the house and doesn't have any boys?
She has to have control of the kitchen, and if she hasn't got that, she hasn't got anything else. So that's what's holding her together.
Well, look, it's just a theory here, but do you think perhaps that this is unrequited love on Carol's part with Ziggy? Do you think that she actually secretly fancies him a little bit? Is there anything like that there?
I think there is some sort of like sick opinion there from Carol, and I think there is something there deep between those two.
Yeah.
I don't think
Something very sexual.
Well, well, maybe something psychological.
Okay.
It's a mother and son relationship that gets a bit out of hand every now and then. He's like her little teenage son. She don't like, obviously, when the girls are getting a bit too close to him. She wants to protect him. Sometimes he doesn't mind it, and other times he doesn't want it.
What do you think?
Do you think there's anything sexual there?
Not really. Not really. I could see it in one of our series, perhaps, but no. I think she genuinely hasn't got that many people she can talk to because she hasn't got the same interests. She can't.
At the breaking point, though. This is.
She is. She's been insufferable. She's been completely insufferable.
That was the beginning a bit though, because on her VT when she came in the house, she was like, "I'm going to go and sort them all out. I'm this, I'm that," and she was crying when they were using her towel and stuff.
Does anyone think that they're gonna get friends again? Do you think they'll rekindle the friendship, the mother-son bond, or do you think this is it for now? She's messed it up. What do you think?
Well, I do think. I think it's just going to end. I think, hopefully, it will be nice, but it's not going to be. I think Carol's kind of taken over the house. She dictates to everybody. I like her, but
in my opinion, Carol's only got this power now purely because of the food. She's nothing, she's got nothing else really, What do you think? Let's go, anyone, let's go for you.
No, I totally agree, because I think, at the moment, we've got to remember, we've only got a week to go, so everybody's playing the game in now, apart from Brian. They're all playing the
You think you're a big fan of Brian?
I am, because you know what? He's actually the genuine one in the house, and he's not playing the game. All of them are quite clicky.
All right, guys, okay. It's time for some unseen footage. It seems that Liam and Ziggy are so bored that they've invented a new ball game.
I was going to hit a dangleberry that way, definitely.
What, that was nowhere near?
Where's that come off? I don't just know.
Oh! It totally started. I can see it, I know. Right on the end.
Is that
good?
Nuts.
Right. Straight on the mutt nut.
Fuck, man. You hit a ball and it feels like it's gone up your stomach. That felt... It's quite painful.
Jane, what do you think? Do you reckon that they've reached such levels of boredom that they're resorting to this? Is this a little bit of cabin fever coming in at the end of such a long run?
Well, they've been in there nearly 3 months. They've been in there 3 months. I mean, to be cooped up with absolutely nothing from the outside, no stimulus. They can't even turn a radio on if they need a distraction. They've got
it's only natural
nothing.
to try and,
So they're going completely mad by now and sort of all starting to attack each other.
You can make a little chess set out of carrots. You don't have to, throw balls at each other.
I don't understand why boys do that. I mean, are there any guys in the audience that can say why, when guys get bored, do they result to hurting themselves in great amusement? What is that?
They've got nothing else to do.
Well, girls don't do that. I just don't understand
It's a sign of affection, I'm sure it is.
Yeah.
In a weird kind of way.
Let me punch you, I love you.
Boy banter. The girls do a dumb blonde thing, don't they? Whereas the boys can't do that because it doesn't make them look very macho.
Yeah.
So they hurt themselves.
Listen, now it's time for the part of the show that owes a hell of a lot to the mouthpiece. It's the eyepiece.
I think that Tracy should
be evicted, and I want Carol to win. I really do hate Tracy. She's such a bitch.
Why in God's earth has Carol still in that house? She is a moaning-faced old bag who wants to manipulate everyone there.
Hi, this is Patrick Gomez, brother. I just really want Ziggy to win because I think he's played the best game. I also wouldn't mind if Brian won, but come on, Ziggy!
Between Tracy, Carl and Lisa and Jonty, I'd like to see Jonty stay for the final. Please keep him. Glenn to win!
Nice voice, although I guess I can talk. Remember, you can send your messages to the mouthpiece or your videos to the eyepiece via our website or directly from your mobile phone by texting them to 07730 444 400. Text costs your standard network MMS rate.
It's time for us to take a quick break now, but we'll see you again in a few minutes.
Big Mouth.
Still with us, star of Legal Gentleman, Steve Pemberton. TV presenter Jane Middlemas. And, of course, the lovely studio audience.
Again, the Big Mouth team, ever keen to spread the net further, went to Edinburgh to discover the views Scottish people had about Big Brother.
Unfortunately, there were no Scottish people there, but we got some great opinions anyway.
Because she's such a waste of space. Diggy is the biggest joke in the house because he thinks he's really cool and he tries to be this really hard man, but actually he's a bit of a boy, isn't he?
The biggest joke is probably Brian. He doesn't know who Shakespeare is, so I think it's a bit weird.
Tracy's out on the fringe. She's a bit of an oddball, isn't she?
I think the twins have the biggest act because, like, they finish each other's sentences all the time.
I think a lot of what Liam does on stage, I think that he plays a good guy when really he's a sexual deviant.
Well, Ziggy with Chanel was staged completely.
No, I don't think so. Why not? I think they were for real. It was true love. Jonty to win. I like Carol. I'm completely on my own in liking Carol.
Definitely Brian. Or Liam. No, Brian. Brian. Because he's a sweetheart. He's lovely.
Ziggy to win, Big Brother. You ain't got shit on that. See you later. Is that cool? Did I ruin it with the shit?
Actually, mate, I'd be more worried about the lipstick. Now, Chloe and I are massive fans of Big Brother, but over the series there's been a lot of odd things we've noticed that haven't yet been discussed.
So we thought we might get to the bottom of some of them tonight.
So we've called this discussion, There's been a lot of odd things we've noticed that haven't yet been discussed.
OK, the first thing that we noticed is the high number of adults in the house with cuddly toys.
Hello!
Hey, Big Brother has X-ray vision and can see through Betsy.
I'm the most important person in the house. Wound.
Freddy doesn't speak. She's a stuffed toy, but, you know, she says hi.
Jane, is it normal for grown men to have cuddly toys?
No, it's not normal.
Yes.
No, it's not. It's wrong. It's wrong. I can't understand. I've not had cuddly toys for a very long time, and I don't understand the need to have them when you grow into adulthood.
Steve, what about you? Is it comfort? What are they doing with them?
I think it's affectation. I really do. I mean, I think now we've seen Jonty go in and calm down and be the person he is. He didn't need to come in at that level with all these different voices. It was like almost schizophrenic.
Do you think it was his nerves and he just needed to have something as a sort of comfort
to cling on to? Absolutely.
I think he hid behind them in the first couple of weeks he was in there. He kind of didn't want to show his full personality, so he just
thought he'd be a bit...
hid behind the toys. There we go, got it out eventually. What do you guys think?
Okay, right, audience members, who here actually has a cuddly toy which they keep with them? You. Okay, right, explain. What is the cuddly toy thing? Do you not think it's a bit weird?
Well, I've had a cuddly toy since I was little. My mum bought it for me. And my boyfriend, he's 29. My boyfriend, he's 29. He's still got his panda. And it's just a thing.
Do you make them speak to each other?
Well, when I come in for a heavy night out, I might actually speak to him.
Really? That's a bit odd.
Like a double edge. There's a double need to them. One's like a sleeping aid that, like, you don't want to sleep or hunched up, so you put a teddy between your breasts to kind of support you. And the others, like, for, you know, when you're sitting watching the telly and there's no one else in the room, and you like have a little chat with them and like pretend they're actually a real person. I think that's pretty sad, actually.
Yeah, I agree.
I think people actually go in Big Brother house to make a name for themselves, to actually go in there with a cuddly toys to make a name for themselves.
Do you not reckon everybody in the house just needs to grow up a bit? I'm sorry, I think it's damn childish. Oh, you.
I think they should be natural. I think they should behave as if they're in a perfectly natural environment and act as normal as possible if they can.
No, that's not going to happen, though.
Do you not think there's something quite sinister about it, though, in a way? Something quite like grown men playing with toys?
No, when you get together in a group like that, it's quite normal to go back to childhood behaviour and to take on those patterns again. Yeah, absolutely. It's normal group behaviour.
I think everybody needs somebody, like, if you're feeling really down, you need somebody to, like, cuddle, and perhaps that's their one memory from home that they can hold on to. I understand that.
Okay,
Don't
all right.
understand.
Also, are we the only ones that find the smokers picking up fag butts from the bins is pretty disgusting?
It's fucking fine.
That's good. Do you guys think they need to smoke that desperately that it's okay to go through a bin?
You would. If you were that desperate for a cigarette, you would do anything.
Do you smoke?
Sometimes.
Would you go through a bin to have a fag?
In my own home, in my own ashtray. Yeah, definitely.
Oh, living there?
Yeah.
There's something so degrading about it, though, isn't it? Rummaging through bins.
It's like being... If you're at... I'll go there. That's fine. Go for it. If you're at your apartment or your flat, then you will go through your own cigarette butts. And they're in there. They've been there all that time.
hungry, do you? You don't start going through your bins and picking out crumbs, do you? That's not right.
Ziggy was the only housemate who refused to go through the bins. I mean, do you think that that's good, or do you think that he's just being pretentious?
I think that Ziggy is not an addicted smoker, and I have actually made out a roll-up out of my own butts. They all know each other, so they're not smoking strangers' cigarette butts. And I don't think Ziggy's an addicted smoker.
I think he's just being picky.
Did you think it's a very powerful addiction? It's more powerful, they reckon, even than things like morphine addiction.
Jane, what do you reckon? Jane, what do you reckon?
Well, I think it's definitely, you know, when you're in an environment like that, you need anything that can sort of like remove the sort of like your surroundings. And cigarettes, when you're addicted to nicotine, it will take away some of what you're feeling and it will make you feel better. So to go through the bins, it's completely normal. I don't see that there's anything weird in that.
It's not nice to watch that.
But I think if you haven't been a smoker, you can't understand that.
Fair enough, fair enough. Listen, on top of all that, we've noticed there are some bad habits that the etiquette test didn't quite cure. Let's take a look at them.
Oh my God.
Steve, plucking armpit hairs in the bedroom, is that not absolutely disgusting?
Yes, absolutely disgusting. But you've got to remember, they haven't got anywhere to go to do things.
Yeah, no,
It's very difficult.
Yeah, the bathroom, go there.
But are there cameras in there as well?
Yeah, but she sits in the bedroom in front of all the other housemates.
that is
plucking
more
away.
disgusting. Yeah, absolutely.
With a safety pin.
Is she doing it just to make for the show? Is she doing it just to make
I really don't think.
So you wouldn't want that to be the thing that you were remembered for.
I think everybody has their weird habits, but I personally find that really quite foul. I mean, what about Carol with the shaving of her dead skin on her foot? What did you make of that?
Yeah, I think that's wrong.
Do you have any weird habits that you think like the general viewing public would find harmful?
I hope not, no. I might pick my feet, but not like when people are there.
Yeah,
And I'll shave
don't shave them and like leave it in a nice little pile, brush it together.
Look, to some degree, you film 24 hours a day, so of course all your nasty little habits are going to be picked up on, you know. But okay, what about Jonty farting, for example? He does it so often, and he's a grown man. He's not a kid.
There's farting, and then there's farting and lying on your back on the floor and holding your belly. That's just disgusting.
Yeah.
It's sick. It's sickening. Come on.
Listen, the twins, they are very likeable, but is there anything more to them than just toys to be simply chucked around the house?
A helmet?
Yeah, exactly.
We're getting further than we did.
Okay, right. What do you guys think? Have we learned anything new about the twins since they've been in the house? Have they just stayed the same?
Well, we know who they are for first.
Which one's which?
Yeah, you can finally tell the difference. But do you think the personalities have changed at all?
They might have grown up a little bit.
Yeah?
They've grown up a little bit, I think, because when they
They've
came
got a bit
in,
more
they're
now.
screaming, "Oh, it's a pool! It's a pool! Only pink!" They seem to be less of that now, and they seem to be interacting with people more. I think perhaps they built up their social skills and life skills a bit while they've been in the house.
Jane, what do you reckon about all this? Do you reckon the twins are, do you reckon they're any good? Do you reckon they're just simply there and they're girly and they're annoying? What do you reckon about
I think
the
the
twins?
twins are lovely. I think the twins are just genuine, lovely girls who are with they're going with the experience, and they're just quite immature, and they're just enjoying it.
For the last 2 weeks, actually, we've seen more characters of the twins because basically there's been like kind of a nasty side of the twins coming out.
Listen, guys, that's all we've got time for tonight. A big thanks to our guest, Steve Pemberton, Jane Middlemas, and of course the lovely studio audience. If you remember to join Derby. Right, see you later, guys. Bye.
Jonty, Cara Louise and Tracy face eviction from the Big Brother house. On Friday, the two housemates with the most votes will be evicted. Who goes? You decide.
To evict Jonty, call 09011 21 22 21. To evict Cara Louise, call 09011 21 22 22. To evict Tracy, call 09011 21 22 11.
At least 10 pence from each call will be donated to charity, details of which can be found at channel4.com/bigbrother.